A Facebook-led initiative to connect the world to the internet is now expanding. Internet.org is opening its platform to more developers and websites. The nonprofit currently offers basic services for free for those in low-income and rural areas using mobile phones in emerging markets. They can access a limited number of sites for services such as job listings, agricultural information, healthcare, and of course, Facebook. The initiative has come under scrutiny. Critics claim it favors some websites and apps and flies in the face of the principles of net neutrality. The CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, argues it's not sustainable to offer the entire internet for free in this context. Zuckerberg responded to the criticism in a video posted to his Facebook page.
As we're having this debate, remember that the people this affects most, the 4 billion unconnected, have no voice on the internet. They can't argue their side in the comments below or sign a petition for what they believe.
Kentaro Toyama is an associate professor at the University of Michigan School of Information. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Amanda. How are you?
I'm very well. So let's start with where you come down on this. I mean, Zuckerberg says, let's get the 4 billion online and find out what they think. Are they the right ones to ask, I guess? What is at stake here if we're tossing out net neutrality, at least for a while?
Well, I think there are a few things that are troubling about it. One is that it's a little bit unseemly for a large American corporation to go into countries like India and basically have their way with the local economy. I won't say it's blood diamonds, but it's a little bit neo-colonial. The second problem is that there's just no evidence whatsoever that providing the internet to low-income people really dramatically improves their lives. In fact, in the United States, we've had a golden age of digital innovation for the last 4 decades. But during that same time, poverty has only gone up, inequality has skyrocketed. So again, there's just no evidence that providing the internet, to say nothing of Facebook, is what changes lives. And then the third thing is,
go ahead.
Increasingly there are, social media is becoming something like an opium for the masses. It's not necessarily helping people do the things they want more. It's helping them spend a lot of time online.
So one of the arguments, I guess, is that although there may be intangible benefits, it isn't for us to decide that people don't need connectivity, that even social connectivity can have a benefit in a community, inside an economy, and not just specific things like job listings, but there are other kind of externalities that go with being connected to the world. Are those arguments not enough? Are you suspicious of Facebook's motives to a point where you'd say the benefit of what they're doing is far outweighed by what they might be up to?
Again, I would say, those benefits are readily available in the United States. Most people have internet access, whether it's on their phone or on a PC. And the reality is it's not helping inequality in this country. If anything, it's potentially contributing to it. Those benefits accrue just as much to wealthy people as they do to low-income people. And the people with wealth and power are better able to use it.
I guess I would counter that by saying, in very rural and remote places in the developing world, there are advantages to being connected that are actually duplicated in America. So the banking infrastructure, for instance, in America, you can do it on your phone, but you don't need to. The infrastructure is there. It's available. In those rural places, we've seen it in Africa, being able to bank, to transact online is actually a kind of a leapfrog over. So might it be that America is the wrong place to look for the benefits of connectivity?
Well, I would say that those benefits, when they do exist, are piggybacking on an existing infrastructure, whether it's banks that have branches in rural areas or what have you. And again, the problem is that I've been to rural parts of many developing world countries, and providing them with the internet is just not, it just doesn't do that much. Many of them don't have the literacy or the basic education to take advantage of the internet.
Yep.
Many of them don't have the political power to change things, even if they had access, in the same way that if you or I sent an email to, let's say, President Obama or to Bill Gates, they're much less likely to answer us than some of their pals.
Okay, we've only got 30 seconds for this, but is it beholden on the governments, in this case, say India, to intervene here, to say, we don't want your help, we don't need your help, leave our citizens alone?
Well, what they're doing is perfectly illegal from a business standpoint. So I do think that some large entity like the government does have to step in.
All right, we got to leave it there. Kentaro, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Kentaro Toyama is an associate prof at the University of Michigan School of Information.